So for today's video, I just want to know your knowledge and insight about the relationship of the Philippines to Australia and Oceania, including New Zealand.
Wait, what is Oceania?
So, for what I know, Oceania is a region made up of thousands of islands throughout the Central and South Pacific Ocean. The name Oceania justly establishes the Pacific Ocean as the defining characteristic of the continent.
So if Oceania is a region, what state do you think that dominates the Oceania?
Yeah, actually, what is it?
The Oceania is dominated by the nation of Australia, and there are two major land masses of Oceania. The microcontinent of New Zealand, which is part of the country of New Zealand, and also the western half of the nation of the island of New Guinea are made up of the nation of Papua New Guinea.
So the three largest population in Oceania are Australia, Papua New Guinea, and New Zealand.
Yeah, okay.
Since Oceania is a large and surrounded by water, is there easy method to distinguish every island in that region?
Oceania can be divided into three groups: continental islands, high islands, and low islands. Continental islands have a variety of physical features, while high and low islands are fairly uniform in their physical geography.
High islands. High islands, also called volcanic islands, are created as volcanic eruptions build up land over time. These eruptions begin underwater when hot magma is cooled and hard by the ocean. Over time, this activity creates lands with a steep central peak, hence the name high island. Ridges and valleys radiate outward from the peak toward the coastline. Low islands. Low islands are also called coral islands. They are made of skeletons and living bodies of small marine animals called corals. Sometimes coral islands barely reach above sea level, hence the name low island. Low islands often take the shape of an irregular ring of very small islands, called an atoll, surrounding a lagoon. An atoll forms when a coral reef builds up around volcanic island. Then the volcanic island erodes away, leaving a lagoon. Atolls are defined as one island even though they are made up of multiple communities of coral. Continental islands. Continental islands were once attached to continents before sea level changes and tectonic activity isolated them. Tectonic activity refers to the movement and collision of different sections or plates of the Earth's crust. Australia, Zealandia, and New Guinea are continental islands. These three regions share some physical features. All three have mountain ranges or highlands, the Great Dividing Range in Australia, the North Island Volcanic Plateau, and Southern Alps in New Zealand, and the New Guinea Highlands in Papua New Guinea. These highlands are fold mountains, created as tectonic plates pressed together and push land upward. New Zealand and Papua New Guinea also have volcanic features as a result of tectonic activity.
So what about the relationship of the Australia and Philippines?
What is your opinion about the Australian International Outlook?
Australia and the Philippines have a long history of bilateral cooperation.
Both countries have much in common, being geographically proximate and sharing perspective on many regional, economic, and security issues. Signing of the Joint Declaration on Philippines-Australia Comprehensive Partnership on 18th of November 2015 marks a new era for our bilateral relations. The comprehensive partnership opportunities for trade, investment, and business with Australia, which has the potential to stimulate more growth in both countries.
So I've heard that Philippines and Australia marked 7 years of bilateral relation in 2016. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, in addition,
Australia seeks to strengthen its already significant economic engagement with Philippines and other countries in Pacific area region.
Australia and the Philippines are both members of APEC, which the Philippines successfully hosted in 2015, and Australia is an active participant in the EAS. Australia hopes to further strengthen regional institutions that foster stability, security, and prosperity across the region.
And also, Australia is the sixth largest country in the world in land area and has a population of 23 million.
It has a stable, culturally diverse, and democratic society and has one of the strongest and most competitive economies in the world, with an estimated GDP of 1.5 trillion Australian dollar. Australia is strongly engaged with the rest of the world and was a founding member of the United Nations. In addition, Australia has a strong network of alliances and partnerships to advance its international interests.
This year marks the 70th anniversary of Philippine-Australia diplomatic relations. Tonight is our opportunity to showcase Philippine culture. It's a good way of letting people appreciate us better.
A lot of people in Australia don't really know the Philippines, and to see the range of cultural experiences and backgrounds that come out through the dance in an event like this, it shows there's so much life in Philippine culture.
And so I think showing that other people enjoying dance and music just as much as we do shows that there's a lot of diversity and potential to share.
To help us promote the country, the Philippines is extremely delighted and proud to have the Philippine Bayanihan Dance Company perform the Philippines' history through dances and songs.
What's unique about the Filipinos is the hospitality. They're just so happy. I mean, we saw that in the dancing as well, just the smiles, the happiness, the joy that came out of that.
There's a lot of excitement in the air tonight. I think it just wowed people, the power and the joy of the performance tonight.
It gives Australians a new perspective on the Philippines. It's not just a land of beaches and sunshine, it's a land of culture. There's a lot of interesting things to do and see, and a show like this is really representative of that, and I think gives a new perspective for Australians.
What we saw was dancing that represented so many different parts of the Philippines, and that's the beauty of the dancing, the cultural diplomacy that we experienced tonight. As an Australian, that's what I take away from that.
I think the dance moves from the Philippines that we saw tonight were a lot of fun. So if the slogan for the Philippines is more fun, I think it's spot on.
The end was explosive, fantastic. Yes, you certainly can say there's more fun in the Philippines.
We had a great night tonight. I think everybody really loved the performance, and it was really terrific. So mabuhay.
Congratulations Australia and the Philippines on 70 years of a very fruitful relationship.
And we are very honored to be here in Australia, to be part of the celebration, and we wish you, on behalf of the Bayanihan, the National Dance Company of the Philippines, a very warm mabuhay.
Congratulations and best wishes to all the Filipinos and the Australians who are part of these 70 years of bilateral relations. Happy 70th anniversary.
Australia and Philippines. So what about the relationship of New Zealand and Philippines? Do you have any information about that?
Since the World War I and World War II happened, the Philippines and the New Zealand had their military relations. So they both fought for the Allied relation.
So as of today, is there any new agreement between Philippines and New Zealand?
Currently, the New Zealand says that they are going to support the Philippines in educational system, and also there was a survey happened in New Zealand which is about the Filipino immigrants there. So the Filipino immigrant says that they've been better than before living in New Zealand.
My name is Julia Tolentino. I moved to New Zealand when I was 11, so that was about almost 11 years ago. And I scored 10 on the happiness survey. So apparently Manurewa is the happiest suburb in Auckland, and I'm Filipino, so we're the happiest group of migrants as well. I'm quite happy living here because I'm free to do whatever I want in terms of like having the opportunities to do what I choose to do. Say for example, I'm actually doing my postgraduate now, and I'm really quite pleased that I'm able to do that. I really like living in Manurewa because it's quite a friendly place to live in. I also feel very safe living in Manurewa.
So thank you guys. I hope we all learned something today about the relationship of the Philippines to Australia, Oceania, and New Zealand. Thank you.
Thank you.